What's going on? It's Sean. We're back at it again. And in today's video, I'm going to give you 3 ways on how you can get out of paying closing costs in your next real estate transaction.
Here we go!
If you are finding my channel for the first time, we're all about self-help and entrepreneurship. So if that's something that interests you, I encourage you to subscribe. With that out of the way, let's jump right into it. Closing costs are a necessary evil when doing any type of real estate transaction. And that's because there's a lot more people involved than just the buyers and sellers, agents, and the people purchasing and selling the property. There are attorneys, there's lenders, there's title companies, there's a whole bunch of other people involved in the process that have to get paid. Similar to when buying a car, after you sign on the dotted line and when everything's said and done, there's a bunch of all these hidden fees or unknown fees like documentation fee, title fee, etc. Basically, the same thing goes for real estate. The good news is, I have 3 ways on how you can get out of paying for them. So the first way is a shameless plug, and that is by working with me. If you're in the state of Massachusetts and you work with me, my brokerage pays for your closing costs. So the way that this works is that we do the real estate transaction. A day or 2 after closing, we send out a check to you for the closing costs. So you will get reimbursed those closing costs when buying with me. And really, the only criteria that you have to meet in order to be eligible for receiving that offer is that your purchase price just has to be over a certain amount, because in order for us to pay for the closing costs, it just has to make sense business-wise. Now, I'm definitely ready, willing, and able to help you no matter what. It just will depend on what your purchasing price is to see if you're eligible on receiving that offer or not. So please send me a DM, leave me a comment, or shoot me an email. I'll leave my email down below, and we can work out the extra details if that's something that interests you. The second way for you to get out of paying closing costs is to negotiate it into the deal. Go to your buyer's agent and request when they submit the offer that the seller pays for the closing costs. Now, if you don't know, closing costs are usually around 2 to 5% of the total transaction of the real estate deal. So that means if you're buying a house for $600,000 and you have to pay 2% of that price to close, that's $12,000. We're not talking about small dollars here, people. We're talking about some serious cashola you can save. This may be a tougher strategy to use right this second in the moment of this recording, because the market, especially Massachusetts, is so hot that a lot of buyers are actually waiving any contingencies or any other unique language in the offer, just because a lot of properties are receiving at ask, over ask, and multiple offers on the property just because there's such low inventory. But it's something I would still take a stab at, especially if you like the home but don't love the home, or willing to put in an offer and you're willing to, put a gamble out there to see if the seller will pay for those costs. And the third way to get out of paying for closing costs are to have the lender pay for the closing costs. So if you haven't gone through the home buying process, you'll have to get pre-approved for a mortgage unless you have enough cash to buy a property without a mortgage. You'll have to go to a lender. Let's just say it's your credit union. You go to your credit union, you apply for a mortgage, they approve you for a certain amount, and then you have to go through and find the home that you like. The lender makes money off of you borrowing money from them. There's a ton of different ways that the mortgage company will make money off of your loan. So my long-winded point here is that they want your business. They're going to make money off of getting you the loan. So that means 2 things. 1, they want you to get approved for a mortgage. They want you to get the loan, and they want your business. They want to do business with you. And it's all about shopping around to other mortgage brokers, other lenders, and see what they'll offer you. Now, one of the things you can request is that they credit you back at closing for the closing costs. Again, they want to do business with you, so if they want to be competitive, they may have some flex here. And another great thing about working with us is that we have our own network of lenders that you can use and request this. So if you need an intro to a lender, someone who's willing to work with you, someone who's willing to possibly pay for your closing costs, again, send me an email, leave me a comment, and we can do some business. So if you did see my short on this video before, I hope you got some value out of that, and I'm hoping you're getting a little more insight and a little more value here. And if you do, please slap a like on this video and make sure you share it. This lets YouTube know it was a good video, and it's going to push it out to more people, and you don't know who just may need to see it. So I appreciate you. I'll catch you next time. Signing off.